Oh yeah, this guy here, he's a sneaky one. Hey guys, before we get started here, if this video happens to help you out or you like this video, we just ask you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as that helps me out as well and lets me know I'm doing my job. Now, today we're going to be talking about the 18 different grease points on the John Deere 333G. I'm going to show you exactly where they're at, and then at the end talk a little bit about what type of grease you should use, maybe some suggestions on the grease gun fittings you should use, and how often you should do this. And then we'll also talk about 2 more grease points that aren't going to be daily service points, but are also going to be grease points you need to know about expanding your tracks. So let's go ahead and get started. So your first one's going to be right back here at the back on the bottom of right here where this bolt goes on. This is going to be your first one. Next, we'll have our second one here, our third one here. We'll hop up here on the track. Fourth one will be right back here. Fifth one here. Sixth one is going to be right up here. Then we'll move to the front to our boom. We'll have our seventh one here. Eighth one right down here. And then ninth one right up here. Now I know what you're thinking, hey Brent, that was only 9 grease points, but you just have to keep in mind you will have a mirror image on the other side. So that's 9 on this side, 9 on the other side, making 18. Now, when we jump into those 2 extras that I was talking about, you're going to have a grease point right down here in the middle of your tracks. It's going to be behind this plate where you can remove this, and this is going to be how you can adjust the tension to your tracks. And if you want to see more about this, I've got a video that I'll leave down in the description below where you can see that entire process. So make sure to check that out if you're interested. Now let's talk a little bit about grease gun fittings here. One thing that I would say is that I would have a good grease gun fitting. Sometimes these standard fittings that come with these grease guns are very hard to get on and off of the equipment. So we want to make sure that we have something that has some type of locking mechanism. That's why I really like this one here. This is the lock and lube, and as I push out on this clamp here, it actually opens up these teeth where you can go onto that fitting, and then it closes down on them. We go ahead and grease the machine, and then we can pull this lever again to release it. That way we don't have the chance of possibly pulling off the end of that zerk, or maybe even pulling the zerk completely out of its threads and then having to go through the process of rethreading that hole, putting a new zerk in, all those pains. So just make sure that you do have a good grease gun end on this whenever you're going to do this. Now, type of grease is also going to be very important, as we know that these skid steers are very, very high use machines, and your machine will let you know whenever it's needing grease, because as you're using the boom, raising, lowering, tilting your bucket down, rolling it back, you will start to hear creaking and cracking and popping and things like that whenever you are getting dry in those grease points. But you want to try to avoid getting to that point. So we need to make sure that depending on our use, like I said in the beginning, this may be a daily job, this may be a weekly job, or if it's a very, very rare occasion that you use this machine, it may be a monthly or even longer. But you just need to make sure that you are maintaining all of these grease points, as they are super important to the functionality of your machine. And also make sure that you're picking a good grease for this. Now, one that I always recommend is the John Deere SD polyurea. It's going to be part number TY6341. This is a multi-purpose severe duty grease. This is what is used in most of the ag industry on those machines that are going to run long hours, high speed bearings, low speed, but with lots of torque and tension, things like that. This is going to be great for those heavy pivot points, and like I said, it's a very long lasting grease. So I would look into an option like this, and possibly maybe even something heavier, just up to you. But just make sure that you're not putting in a cheap grease that's going to easily run out in these pivot points. So guys, I hope this video helped you out. I hope I was able to do that quick enough to show you all 18 grease points plus your track adjustment grease points to be able to make this an easy video for you to reference anytime you're servicing this machine. Now, like I said, if you need further assistance on that track adjustment, make sure to check that link to that video in the description below. Also, while you're down there, make sure to check out that link to 247parts.com. If you happen to need one of these grease guns or some of this grease, you can get those things there. Also, guys, if you have any other questions or comments, make sure to leave those down in the comment section below so I can get back to you. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, make sure to check out this cool video and this one. Buy your parts right up here and subscribe right here.